Hey there everybody, this is Piper here, and welcome to another Rome Total War battle. So this is actually a 4 versus 4 battle replay, CWB, and this was played on Gameranger a couple of nights ago. So it's getting played in the desert. I think it's actually Syrian Flats. You don't often see games played in this map. That's the fact that there's a lot of units that get an advantage in the desert. But I think this was like a fun battle. I think people just wanted a bit of a change. So the host decided we're going to have an eastern setting for this matchup. So like I was saying before, it's a 4 versus 4. There's a lot of Immortals of War clan players in this battle. There's some on either side. We'll go through the armies fast. As you can see, it's quite a long battle, being a 4 versus 4. And then hopefully the battle will start fairly soon after that. So what we'll do is we'll go through the players first. Obviously I'm playing as Carthage today. We've got IoW-Spider playing as Rome, July. We've got another player called IoW-Nermin. He's playing as Socialist Empire. We also have IoW-Esrax. So I think that's how you pronounce that name. I'm not 100% on that, but we'll just call him IoW-Esrax. He's playing as Armenia. So the enemy players, we've got Scipio Rome, got Macedon. Actually, I think that's actually Pontus. Yeah, that's Pontus. Macedon, we've got Rome, Brutii, and we have Greece. If I remember correctly, it was a player called IoW, I think Theos or Goodwin. We've got IoW-Nordy, got a player called Beatch, and somebody else. But anyway, we'll go through the armies fast. So obviously I've gone for Carthage, I've gone for the Pike army. 6 units of Pike, Sacred Band. Generals go gold, the rest of them are 5 upgrade. 3 Numidian mercenaries. 4 round shield cavalry, they're go gold. The mercenaries go gold. 6 slingers, go gold. 1 blade axe slinger. So Spider's gone for a fairly balanced army. 6 cavalry, they'll be go gold probably. They're only 5 upgrade. 8 archers there, and he has some cavalry auxilia. He's got, I think, a unit of urbans at the front as well. 2 urbans. Esrax, obviously 6 kata, a couple of pikes, 6 archers, and he's gone for the 2 units of horse archers. I'm going to have to go through the armies quite fast now, the battle's already started. Nermin's gone for the classic Socialist Empire army, and Numidian legionnaires, archers, 4 side and 4 militia cavalry. So you've got IoW-Nordy playing as Pontus. 2 units of chariot archers, they're gold attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 side chariots, 1 Pontic light cavalry. 5 pike, 6 archers. Macedon has gone for 3 pike. Be 8 archers there, 6 regular, 2 Cretans, and he's gone for the Cav army. 6 cavalry, and they are, looks like they're go gold. Yeah, most of them are go gold. 2 lancers. Check out Theos' army fast. So he's playing as Greece, so he's gone for armoured hoplite, looks like there's 6 of them. 6 regular archers. I think he's gone for actually 3 Cretans, so it'll be 5 regular, 3 Cretans, the rest militia. And Beatch has gone for basically all Cav army. And he's gone for the legionary cavalry and not the Roman cavalry. So he went for 6 archer auxilia, no upgrade, and 2 Roman archers go gold. So the right hand side we've got Nordy is skirmishing with Esrax. Nermin's put forward his 3 units of light cavalry. So these guys are go so they're really there to push back the enemy chariot archers. He's got a unit of peasants there, so they're to soak up the enemy fire. Yeah, so Greece has 3 units of Cretans. They're gold, and you'll have 5 units of regular archers. Gold. So the Cretans gold attack, regular archers gold, and Beatch has gone for the unorthodox 6 archer auxilia, no upgrade, and 2 regular archers. So I've put my Numidian mercenaries on the right flank to try and get some shots in against the cavalry, keeping my light cavalry on the right hand side. Nermin's brought over a unit of chariots. I'm in the centre with my slingers. Nermin and IoW-Esrax are on the left hand side, and Spider Pig has put over his cavalry auxilia on the left hand side as well. So again, fairly large battle. Again, you don't often see 4 versus 4s nowadays. Again, there's a bit of an issue with connection. All it takes is one player to get disconnected and the game is over. But everyone seems to be playing pretty well. No disconnections. Obviously, we're playing on Gameranger, so it's far better than Steam in regards to lag. So IoW-Esrax has got his 2 units of horse archers, get some good shots in versus chariot archers. I've brought over a unit of slingers. They're really to get some shots in against chariot archers. And here's a good player by Nordy, moving forward his chariots with his Pontic Light, and he's actually got a lot of kills on the Seleucid militia cavalry. He's going to get some kills on the horse archers as well, and there's a lot of enemy cavalry that's actually getting routed right there. So Nermin's actually flaming that unit of side chariots, and they're actually running amok right now. So that means that Nordy doesn't have control over that unit. They'll do damage to any unit they come across. So not much is happening on the right hand side, still keeping my Jav Cav on the right flank. Again, keeping those guys there really stops all the light cavalry going over to this side. It stops any Praetorian cavalry moving over as well. Puts a bit of pressure on the right hand side. And Theos is moving forward some Cretan archers. So these archers here have a range advantage over the regular archers. They also have a double range advantage over the slingers. These guys are a little bit exposed, so you should really keep these guys behind the pike. Not really any big need to expose them. Nermin's going to move forward his legionnaires. Again, left hand side. Both sides are really just resting their armies. Resting the horse archers, and Nordy will be resting his chariot archers. They're actually warmed up. IoW-Esrax is skirmishing in the centre. Spider Pig's going to pull over his 2 units of auxilia cavalry. And that's a good play there by Nordy actually. IoW-Esrax kept his horse archers stationary, and Nordy got a couple of volleys in there. When you play as a faction like Sister Empire in a 4 versus 4, you have to do a lot of microing. Obviously, Nermin has stuff happen over here. He's got chariots here, chariots in the centre, and chariots on the right hand side. So it's a lot harder for the player that has to play the chariots to keep track of what's going on. Same with like Pontus. Pontus has to space out his chariots. So if he plays a faction like, for example, Greece, or even Carthage, keeping your pike in the centre, you've got your light cavalry, your pike stays there. Whereas if you have the chariots, you really have to be aware of what's happening in all parts of the battle. So we've got a bit of an engagement here. Spider's going to charge forward his light cavalry, and so is Nermin. And it looks like the The light lancers are involved in that as well. Nordy's going to pull in his chariot archers, and that's going to rout the 3 units of militia cavalry. There's still a unit of militia cavalry right there. They're doing a lot of damage to the light lancers, but obviously the lancers have the advantage in melee over the militia cavalry. So X-Ras is skirmishing in the centre, getting some good shots in there. I think he's going for the archers. He's actually shooting over there. I think he's going for the general, possibly. I think he's going for the archers. Yeah, he's going for the archers. And again, I'm moved over to units of light cavalry just to help out on this side. Because obviously Nermin's lost the militia cavalry. We've only got the 2 units of the Julii Cavalxilia. So there's still 6 units of militia cavalry. Or they're actually Greek cavalry. So I got that wrong. Greece has brought Greek cavalry. They are Go Gold. So still got 2 units of horse archers for Armenia. It's kind of like 50-50 on this side. Got the 2 units of round shield. But I'm going to move over the other unit of round shield. So again, I think both sides are kind of just resting. Like Spider's cavalry are tired. Moving forward, his 3 units of archer auxilia. They're going to come into range of Nordy's archers. So I think Spider was actually trying to go for the shot in against the side chariots. I think Nordy might have actually spotted that right there. Yeah, so Spider's actually going for the shots in there versus the Cretans actually. Moved forward the slingers, and I moved over my 3 units of Numidian mercenaries. So on the left hand side we've got 2 units of round shield, 3 Numidian mercenaries. I'm keeping my 2 units of other round shield in the right flank. Nermin's moved forward his archers and his Silver Shield Legionnaires. So got my Numidian mercenaries. They're going to charge forward. And they're under fire from the Cretans. They're also come within range of the Chai archers, and there's another unit of Cretans right there and the Pontic archers. So charge those guys forward. They got a couple of kills in the archers. Just trying to push back the enemy cavalry. And got caught slightly there by the light lancers. Going to pull those guys back. And Beatch has moved over a unit of Praetorian cavalry. Nermin's pulled around a unit of Scythe chariots. And they are going to engage the Praetorian cavalry. So I'm going to charge forward my units of Numidian mercenaries, and they're going to help attack the Praetorian cavalry. So that's going to rout a unit of Praetorian cavalry. We're going to carry on this attack and attack the next unit of Cretan archers. These guys are going to rout, and Nordy's going to respond by charging in a unit of Scythe chariots. So we're going to pull back the Numidian legionnaire, or the Numidian mercenaries. The archer battles happen between Pontus and Seleucid Empire. Those lancers are going in for some kills against the Seleucid archers, but because they were kind of like a quarter in strength, they actually just tried to straight away. And Greece and Rome are actually moved over right there, so it means that we have to shadow that. I have to shadow Greece. So I'm going to move over to this area. Spider is going to also move over. Nermin's actually moving around on the left hand side, and he's getting some good kills against the lancers right there, or the companion cavalry. And there's a chariot guy just flying away there. So still a full unit of Civ chariots running amok. They're actually just stationary right there, but they could actually start to move and come back. So good play here by Nermin, moving around his archers, getting some good side run shots there. So Goodwin's charged over his companion cavalry. And Nermin's going to charge in the chariots. I'm going to charge in the light cavalry as well. And that's going to be the end of the Macedonian cavalry in the centre. So following that, Theos is charged in his light cavalry. He's got 2 units of light cavalry there, 2 units of light cavalry there. And he's actually been able to rout that unit of Archer Auxilia. So we're going to charge in my round shield, X-Ras is going to charge in the Cataphract. And good play there by Theos, keeping his light cavalry back. Our cavalry, or my round shield, got caught by the companions. And that's the other units of Greek cavalry for Theos coming around there. So a bit of a mismatch of factions fighting each other. A lot happening. Beatch is bringing over his cavalry. He's going to charge into the Cataphract. That's going to rout the Cataphract right there. Still got the Julia cavalry and my pike. And I do have a selection of light cavalry scattered about. 2 there. There's a unit of chariots over here. So what happened was Nermin charged forward his legionnaires. He got a lot of good kills on the Pontic Light, but he actually got hammer and anviled from the cavalry and the pike, and he actually didn't really have too much left. To be honest, he actually admitted defeat. He had a unit of chariots over there. He had a couple of units of archers scattered about. The bulk of Nermin's army was actually annihilated though. So X-Ras is charging forward his Cataphract. So Nordy's got his chariots with the Brutii Praetorian cavalry. Spider is going to charge forward his Julii cavalry. Got a massive cavalry battle happening in the centre here. Still got a lot of archers here. We've got the Sacred Band pike. They're all full strength. Going to charge these guys forward. Spider Pig's going to pull back his cavalry, and we're going to drop the pike. And a lot of the cavalry are actually going to run to the pike. Still a couple of units of light cavalry getting kills on our archers. So good play there by Theos, get some good kills on the slingers. Still got a lot of enemy archers here. But Spider Pig was actually able to pull back his cavalry. And we've still got 2 units of full strength, or almost full, yeah, they're full strength units of light cavalry. They're going to come back here and support what remains of the army. So right here was a bit of a dilemma. I was actually going to go in for the charge versus the armoured hoplite, but then there's all these pike on my right hand side. So I started to pull the pike back, and Nordy actually saw that. He actually charged in his Civ chariot, which caught the backs of my pike. So some of these guys actually routed fairly easily. X-Ras then charged forward his own pike. So I actually met the armoured hoplite. So our round shield actually took out the Greek cavalry and what remained of the Macedonian heavy cavalry. Still got a lot of round shield left. And we're charging in the Sacred Band pike. So basically I pulled back the pike. Some of them actually routed. I've only got, I think, 4 units of pike in this area. So they're in quite a big battle against the enemy armoured hoplite. And obviously there's a lot more armoured hoplite here. there's Royal Pike, there's Bronze Shields on the right flank. The Sacred Band are far better than the Bronze Shield. Obviously, Goodwin went for the Cav army. He never put upgrades on his pike. The Sacred Band are far better than the Bronze Shields. But when you get outflanked like this, you're going to eventually die because the morale of the Sacred Band is very low. They are getting a lot of good kills on the Armoured Hoplite, and they're doing a good job versus the Royal Pikemen. But they're going to get outflanked eventually. Beatch has brought around a unit of cavalry. They're going to get the totes around. That's probably going to rip my army. X-Ras has gone for the rear charge versus the pike. And that was a good play actually. That was a more of a diversionary attack. He's trying to make sure the pike turn around gives me more kills against the pike from the front. But that's going to be a rout on my pike. I've got one of my pikes that are right here. They actually routed. But that whole scenario is left the right flank vulnerable of the enemy. They have a lot of archers. They have far more archers than we do, but we still have the light cavalry, and Spider Pig has the heavy cavalry. So we're going to use that to our advantage and try and rout as many archers as we can. So the key here is you want to try and get kills on the enemy archers, but these cavalry are fairly tired. They're very tired. They're like half strength. For example, there Beatch actually went for the charge versus the cavalry. I don't want to get outflanked. I don't want to become involved in a prolonged battle. I want to go for individual arch units. So we're going to go for these arch units at the back, try and get the kills there. We've still got archers left ourselves, and we do have the unit of Sacred Band. They're actually 31. So Spider Pig has a lot of archers left. They're going for the flaming shots in there versus the enemy archers. And good plays by Spider Pig at the back there, using his heavy cavalry. X-Ras still has a lot of archers. He's got some units of pike as well. They're down to 9 in strength. He's got his horse archers as well, and they do have arrows left. I've got 3 units of slingers and a unit of Secret Band, and I've got a fair amount of light cavalry left. Again, just trying to pick my targets, trying to make sure I rout these arch units off the field. So there's actually Spider Pig's general. They actually probably went for the attacks against these units. I'm pretty sure Spider Pig brings that unit back. So we're getting close to the end of this battle. We're about probably 70% of the way through. Again, it's a fairly close battle. Again, once our cavalry went, but we actually were able to kill a lot of the Brutii cavalry, which has meant that our light cavalry was able to get a lot of kills on the enemy archers. So it's a good play here by Goodwin. He's trying to charge down the archers, but again, these guys don't have any upgrades. Did the same on the right hand side as well. They're actually going to rout. And against Gold Sacred Band, or these are 5 upgrade, they're not going to last too long. Plus they've been outflanked as well, they're surrounded. So those pike are going to go down. These archers, these horse archers, they'll come back from routing. Spider Pig's trying to get as many kills as he can against the enemy pike. Or right now it's the enemy archers he's targeting. Got his 2 units of heavy cavalry, they're coming back, and I've got my light cavalry around the back as well. So all my Numidi mercenaries have actually routed. I do have 4 units of depleted round shield cavalry. Greece has a lot of pike left. Theos is making a box here. There's a unit of bronze shields. They're actually gold. That's actually the general. But we do have a lot more archers than the enemy now. So I remember from this battle, my 3 archers had a lot of their ammunition left. they didn't really have the opportunity to get many kills, and there's a charge there by Spider Pig against the Greek archers. So Beatch still has the units of Archer Auxilia, but these guys don't have any upgrades. There's another charge here by Spider Pig. That was a good charge there. Did a fake charge there against the armoured hoplite, and I got another rear charge versus that unit of archers. So good plays there by Spider Pig. He's actually routed 2 units of Archer Auxilia. I've lost a unit of Ren Shield, but they did actually rout that unit of Greek archers. So we're trying to actually go for the outflank now. Got archers there, archers there. We want to go for slide on and rear shots in versus the pike. And Nordy's actually facing the wrong way there. Probably the battle was pretty much over. It's a very close battle actually up to this point. But again, just having the cavalry advantage means that Spider Pig is actually able to rout a lot of the archers right there. So a lot of the enemy players actually admitting defeat right there. So that's Pontus just admitted defeat, and Beatch just admitted defeat. So we have a lot more archers. We have got the 3 units of slingers, got the cavalry as well, and plus the fact that you've also got the unit of 5 upgrade, Sacred Band 13 strength. So that's a good asset to have at this point in the battle. So it's pretty much game over. It's probably the right decision actually to admit defeat. There is a possibility of a box by Theos, but against so much enemy archer fire, we've got all the cavalry, got the pike as well, and we've got the horse archers. And there's a couple of units of heavy cavalry as well. There's not really much hope for the Greek army that remains. He's doing his best to try and box, keeping his archers amongst the box. And obviously that box of armoured hoplite is a very powerful defensive block. But obviously we're going for the outflank now, keeping the cavalry in the back, and it's going to be game over pretty soon. Plus the fact that once all the archers fire off the ammunition, they'll obviously rest as well. They do have purpose in melee combat as well, so if this was to carry on to the end, they would probably get maybe half kills, 3/4 kills with the archers, and then they would finish off the attack with the mass attack at the end after the outflank. But anyways, quite close to the end of the battle now. Well played to all the players. Again, that was a 4 versus 4 played on Gameranger. You don't often see such large battles played. It's mainly 2 versus 2 or 3 versus 3. So this was a really epic game. Well played to all the players involved in this battle. Again, like I was saying before, I think the battle is just about to end. Looking at the top hand part of the screen, there's not really too much left, and that's the Greek player IoW-theos admitting defeat. So I was pulling around the slingers there, going for the other shots in the back. But that was a close victory there. Well played to all the players. I thought everyone played really well. It was a really interesting battle. Might have had a slight faction advantage having Armenia. I know Cataphracts get an advantage in the desert, but in 4 versus 4 it's not really that big of a deal. But anyway, thank you for watching this battle replay. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, like, comment and subscribe. This is Piper signing off.